morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to this webinar. My name is Bahanovo and I'll be the organizer for the session. With me today is Janad Sabir. I have a short video I'd like to play just before handing over to our event.
The most convenient aspect of podcasts is that it requires the listener's ears only. That means that you can listen to interesting conversations about your trade and industry when you're unblocking the loo, or taking a poo, waiting for the bus, or done with the day's fuss, grabbing lunch or throwing a punch, driving to site, or about to do that job just right. Man in the Van Podcast, now PIRB CPD accredited. Man in the Van Podcast. Find us at the TMP magazine page on App Planner.
That's it from our side, and I'd like to hand over to our presenter.
Okay, good morning, IOPSA members. Firstly, I'd like to thank you guys for allowing SunnyFlow to present. Most of you may already have known of SunnyFlow or may have already used our products. Therefore, we decided to keep this presentation a bit different. The first two slides will just show you how the system works in a short video on the SunnyFlow grinder technology. The rest of the slides are case studies with problems and solutions, solutions using obviously SunnyFlow pumps. We also will touch a bit on how to specify a SunnyFlow pump. But before I get started, I just want to give you a brief rundown of the SFA group. Basically, we are present in more than 70 countries with more than 1,200 employees. We have a plus minus 270 installers in South Africa. We have a total of 8 factories and 7 test laboratories, with 2 of our factories based in Germany called Zender Pumpen, with a 30,000 square meter production area that manufactures some of our lifting stations and our submersible range. So I think that should give you an idea of the stature of the company you guys are dealing with. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. This is a slide just to show you how the system works. You have your cut the top open for your 40mm inlet for a basin. Shows you there. Everything comes in the boxes, your gaskets, your clamps, inlet rubbers, your connection for your 40mm PVC pipe. On one side is the entry for your shower, so 40mm inlet pipe, and that's your discharge pipe running up. From 22mm going up to 40mm on the macerators. That's the way. As you see, you flush. If WC is flushed, it starts to cut up all the human waste and toilet paper, falls at the bottom of the pump. Once that all the waste is cut up on the WC, it then triggers the impeller to spin, which actually starts pumping all the waste up towards the drainage point. It comes equipped with a non-return valve, so when the impeller spins, it opens up the non-return valve, and when it stops, the non-return closes, so none of the waste goes back into the system. Okay, so that shows you a simple way of how it works. And this is now the SunnyFlow, the grinder technology system, just to give you an idea of the power of this grinder that we use on our commercial pumps. Some of our commercial pumps, sorry for that. say that gives you an idea of the strength of that grinder. Used more in commercial spaces like the uncontrolled environments, like your public ablutions and McDonald's or any public areas, like public spaces. Okay, let's move on. Now I'm taking you through a few case studies done locally in Western Cape, Johannesburg, and Durban. There's one or two that we have international case studies which I'd like to also share. Okay, as I said, on the case studies, we will first see the solution and first of the problem and what was the challenge and what the solution we used using sunny flow pumps. The first project we see here is Formoniche project. The challenge, as you can, it needs to drain non-toxic chemicals from the fragrance machine to the main sewer line, which was like 60 meters away from the machine. And they couldn't get gravity flow to the parking lot, but could have a pump installed where customers could see it. Without the sanitary flow system, they would need to dig up the factory floor and concrete, disrupting business for several days. And I mean, you don't want your business to close for several just to for this one machine's drainage point. So what we've done here, we've recommended a Semi-Force 610 due to its big tank size. What's good about that system? It has twin motor system. It's capable of pumping wastewater to the 60 meters away, even further than that. The customer also didn't want the clients and visitors seeing the pump, so it was installed underground for optimal use. There you can see the pump installed under, very neatly done. Comes with a control box and an alarm, so if something goes wrong, if the pump is not activated, the alarm will sound, telling the customers, you know what, something wrong, check on it. What I also like about this pump, it has a 610 liter holding capacity. So even if the customer doesn't have a backup system and it's load shedding, it can still fill up to 610 liters. And then when the power comes back on, it will cut up everything inside and pump it away. So that was a solution to that issue on the Formoniche project. Taking on to the next one. Well, you might know this one. This is the Momo juice bar. If you ever in Canal Walk at the sports scene, when you enter, this is that juice bar on the left-hand side as you enter sports scene. They needed drainage for one ice machine, single bowl pot sink, and a double bowl pot sink. As you can see in the pictures on the side. The challenge was the nearest drainage point was plus minus 60 meters away with a vertical lift of 4 meters. I mean, cord drilling was not an option as it was disrupted, and other tenants, obviously the neighbors, and we disrupting their business as well. And also, cord drilling is also very expensive. What we did there was the solution we did was for the pot sinks, we installed semi-bites into the pump. So one pot for the P2 pot sinks. We use also a semi-bite. So in total, we use 3 semi-bite grey water pumps. They run, so the discharge pipes run independently into the ceiling and into the drainage point. And the area is running, and they an extremely busy juice bar at the Canal Walk. Going on to the next slide. This is also in the Western Cape. This is Castle Hotel. If everybody maybe knows Charlie's Bakery. This was the backpackers that's next to Charlie's Bakery called the Castle Hotel. And this was also a heritage building. So as you guys know, heritage building, you cannot drill onto the foundations. And they're now converted from a backpackers into a hotel, and each room needed a bathroom and toilet and a shower. 6 of the bathrooms had normal traditional flow. However, the other 6 bathrooms on the other side of the building didn't have. And so what they've done there was they've installed 6 times SANI access, which took care of the WC, the shower, and the basin. We ran the piping into the ceiling and the stack on the other side. Here's your drainage points into the stack. The hotel is running and no complaints so far. And what's nice about the SANI access is the sound levels are also a bit low, so it's not disturbing the other guests in the hotel. Going on to the next one. This was a case in Johannesburg, La Parada. where they had a restaurant with 4 toilets, 2 urinals, and 13 basins and sinks, including the bar area, which did not have enough gravity for the drainage point. Without our assistance, they would not be able to cater for restrooms or the bar area. Drainage needed to be discharged 20 meters away, but was not possible due to the location of the bar and the restrooms, which could not get gravity feed to the drain at the back of the building where the kitchens were. So what we've done there is we've recommended a Semi-Cubic 2 VX for that project. It comes with a twin vortex pump. It's got two 2,000-watt motors. It can handle a commercial pump, was approved by the contractors at the WHBO, had no other solution. Pumps are running, the restaurant is running, and everything is working perfect. So that was the solution for La Parada. And then on the next one, we've got the Steve Biko Hospital. Also, they had existing pumps, but the problem here was the hospital was moving the current radiation laboratory further away from the building into the parking area. And the lab already had pumps, as I said, 1 semi-wide, 2 semi-packs installed, but they weren't able to discharge. They required 5 meters vertical and 30 meters across. So they needed a solution for distance, but could not get the fault to one point of on the other side of the building. So what we've done there was we recommended a Semi-Cubic 1, which was capable of discharging the required distance. The semi-wide and the 2 semi-packs were left in the existing places, but were discharged into the cubic 1. And from there, so what we're saying is that the semi-pack semi-wide was also pumped into the semi-cubic 1, and from there, semi-cubic 1 is discharged to the main sewer line. You can see the pictures on the right-hand side there. And yeah, so that's how the pump looks installed, the distances. You can handle quite a few distance, yeah. This is PAC care, the next case study. This is PAC care in Kingsbury Hospital in Claremont. The laboratory, this was actually in just COVID 2020, exactly, yeah, 2020 in May. Because of the laboratory being so busy, they had to install these Abbott aluminum machines that are manufactured in the US of A. And the issue was these machines need an external water pump, and it drains the water. And the other issue was that if you walked into Kingsbury Hospital, the PAC is downstairs, and the sewer line is about 3 meters up from the floor going up. And so what we've done there is they required drainage for 2 of these machines, and the solution there was we installed 2 Semicom 1s. As you can see on the picture on the right here, there's 2 Semicom 1s. It's lifting straight up using 32 mil pipe, going over there into this drainage point there. The stack is 110 mil pipe. So yeah, and so to date, no problems. Everything's working fine, and they're enjoying that new machine that they have. Okay, the next one. This is also in Canal Walk, inside Sports Scene. If you walk into Sports Scene, you see the sneaker laundry there. And as you guys know, if you're in the middle of the mall and you want to put in a sneaker, it's going to be hard to get to the sewer line. So in fact, it's just one double bowl kitchen sink. But the challenge was that the drainage is also 4 meters up and 60 meters away. And again, cord drilling wasn't an option. Just for one double bowl sink is very expensive. And the solution there was we used a semi-wide. As you can see, they installed it inside there in the sink down there. It's a double bowl sink, and that solved the problem out for them, and it's working perfectly to date. Let's go on to the next case study. This was in the Netherlands. They needed 2 bathrooms with 2 WCs and 3 basins. They were lifting 11 meters up and 200 meters across. And you can see the building, it's quite a big building. And here they installed a Semi-Cubic 1 GR. See down there, the Semi-Cubic 1 GR. And Tony, it also comes equipped with control boxes and alarms. A very powerful pump. As I said, it can go quite a far distance. Okay, so going on to the next case study. we've got, this is a Warsaw in Poland, also one of the big, you see they had lovely bathrooms in there, a big building. And they installed these bathrooms in the basement. With some change rooms and things like that. And the reason why they did it is because people that ride to the office using bicycles need to have a shower, so they have to install showers, 8 WC, 6 hand wash basins, 4 showers as well. And they installed a 72 GR. That pump is actually capable of pumping 25 meters vertically. And it's got 50 mil discharge. It's also equipped with a non-return valve. It connects to a 75 millimeter open venting pipe because of the smell that it's got of the building. And you can contact multiple toilets and showers into this system. It's one of our, it has, the discharge pipe size is 50 mil, and it has a 2,100 watt motor equipped with it. So it's a powerful pump. It can handle the entire building. Okay, that's going on. Going on to our next one. Also, this was a building in Howick. They had an issue with creating wastewater from a sink dishwasher, and this was drained channeled into the neighbor's property. Therefore, it wasn't necessary to find it was necessary to find a way to dispose of the wastewater in an appropriate way. But the existing sewer connection was on the other side of the building. They also wanted to add an extra toilet and a basin adjacent to the cafe, but once again, there was no way to dispose of that water. And so what they've done there is they used a semi-cubic one. This also it's a powerful pump. It can pump up 11 meters or 110 meters horizontally, or a combination of both. It also has a 1,500 watt motor, which it can handle 2 or 3 full bathrooms. So the issue here, the solution they did on this one was a semi-cubic one. Also, this pump also needs to have a 50 mil air vent taking up into the air there. And yeah, so that was what they did on that issue there. A semi-cubic one was installed, very nicely, neatly done. And so that also was a good case study there. Okay, this everybody should know. Yeah, it's local. The R300 Brackengate COVID hospital. We got a call from the engineers in April 2020. Just remember, March was the lockdown, and we need to build this hospital as quick as possible. And it was just designed to be a warehouse floor, and it really had about 2 or 3 bathrooms for the warehouse staff. And if they had to go the traditional way of breaking the concrete and getting gravity fall into the sewer line, we were taking them 6 to 12 months to complete this job. And they couldn't as well because the foundation was already with a steel structure on it. It was not possible to actually drill to get gravity fall. So we were called in. Our technical guy also assisted in when we went on site. We actually spec'd the pumps for them, and in total, we had to get drainage for toilets, multiple toilets, wash hand basins, sinks, wash showers, strop hoppers, the paraplegic toilets, the macerators, the treatment rooms, and they also had pig boils in there that needed water to be drained out. And so what they did was we used 37 pumps in total. We used semi-wide, semi-speeds, semi-best pros, semi-cubic ones, and semi-cubic 2 classics. What they've done there is all the waste from that building pumped into 10,000 liter conservancy tanks outside the building, closest to the road access. So the semi-check trucks comes in once or twice a week to offload those septic tanks in a year. And so yeah, so as you can see, these are on the left-hand side. That's where they built partitions on the side. So on the other side is the hospital, and we have all the pumps on one side. This project started in first call from the, as I said, in April 2020. This hospital was commissioned in May. It took them plus minus a month to complete all that. And the hospital is running to date. It's not yet closed. We still have patients in there, and it's still operating like normal. So yeah, it was made possible with Saniflow pumps. Hope that gave you a better insight on how the pumps work and give you a better understanding on by looking at the case studies. That is our last case study for this slide. The next slide is just to give you guys an idea on how simple. There is more to it, but just as brief on this, if you want to spec a pump on your side, the most important thing is to check the number of appliances that's going to be in, number of toilets, showers, basins, washing machines, dishwashers. We need to know whether it's how many of it we're looking at. That's just some of the flow rates of all that, right? And another important thing is the point number 2 is okay, we still have 3 minutes more. The very important is checking the distances from where the pump is towards the drainage point in terms of going up vertically. Also the number of bends, how many 90-degree bends, how many 45-degree, 245-degree bends. Can we get a gravity fall going down to the drainage point on the horizontal line? Okay, so that's all important information. And also very important, is it for private use or is it a professional? Is it for domestic or commercial? Then we know exactly if it's going to be a McDonald's public ablution. We can't put in a residential pump because then we're going to have issues with blockages and things like. If we need to spec the correct, if it's going to be we can to offer more of the grinders. If it's going to be a public ablution, as you saw from the second video, how the grinder technology works. So if somebody throws in a tampon or a condom, something of that sort, that it can cut and grind away. So yeah, that's basically the 3 steps. There's more to it, but Saniflow also we do site visits if customers, if you are unsure on what product to spec, you can please contact us. Our email address is in the last slide. You'll see it now. So yeah, that's about it for me. So let's see. Yeah, that's about it. As you can see, we also our information is at the bottom. We do preferred installers training, and so if you're interested in doing some training with us, please book with us, and we can take it from there. Give you more insight of how to install these pumps. And yeah, also we put you once the training is done, we put you guys on our website. So if customers are looking for installers, they go onto our website, they click on our website, and they put in your postal code, and whichever plumbers that we've given training to in that area will all come up, and the customer has to choose who he wants to get to install the pumps. And so yeah, that's all for me. Thank you, Byron. I'm on time for questions.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us this morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you do have any questions, please do post it in the Q&A, and we'll attend to them shortly. But thank you very much for joining us this morning, getting up nice and early to share all this information with us. Is there anything you'd like to add before we start to end off the session?
No, yes. I also like to thank all you guys who wake up early this morning and joining us, and to the IOPSA members and for also assisting, and you also, Biden, for getting up 6:30 and running me through all this. As I said, if the people need any assistance, any more information on Saniflow, they're not sure which pumps to use, please contact us. We can arrange a site visit, or we can help you over the phone. Thank you, Byron.
All right, thank you very much. I think we can end off the session if there's no questions from anyone. So thank you very much for joining us this morning. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us.